They followed the breadcrumbs, but the forest had other plans. Once upon a time, on the edge of a great, dark forest, lived a boy named Hansel and his little sister Gretel. They were poor but brave, clever but kind, and no matter how hard life became, they always had each other. Their father was a woodcutter who loved them dearly, but they didn't have much to eat. Their stepmother was harsh and cold, always frowning and whispering about how there was never enough food. One evening, Hansel and Gretel overheard her cruel plan. "Tomorrow," she hissed, "we'll take them deep into the forest and leave them there." When the moon rose, the pebbles sparkled like tiny stars. Hansel and Gretel followed the trail all the way home. But the stepmother was furious when they returned. "Tomorrow," she snapped, "we go deeper." This time Hansel couldn't collect pebbles, so instead, he crumbled his slice of bread and dropped pieces as they walked. When the moon rose, the pebbles sparkled like tiny stars. Hansel and Gretel followed the trail all the way home. But the stepmother was furious when they returned. "Tomorrow," she snapped, "we go deeper." This time Hansel couldn't collect pebbles, so instead, he crumbled his slice of bread and dropped pieces as they walked. But the birds of the forest were hungry too, and when night came, the breadcrumbs were gone. Hansel and Gretel were truly lost. They walked through the thick trees for hours, hungry, tired, and cold. Just when they thought they couldn't go any further, they saw something amazing. A little cottage made entirely of candy. The roof was made of cake. The windows were sugar glass. The walls were chocolate, and the door was striped like peppermint. "Is this real?" Gretel whispered. It was, and they began nibbling right away. But the candy house had a secret. Inside lived an old woman with sharp eyes and a crooked smile. She pretended to be kind and sweet. "Come in, my dears," she said. "Rest, eat. You'll be safe here." But she was not what she seemed. She was a wicked witch who liked to trap children and turn them into gingerbread. She locked Hansel in a cage and made Gretel sweep and cook. "When he's fat enough, I'll eat him," the witch cackled. But Gretel was smart. She gave Hansel a bone to poke through the bars instead of his finger, and every day the witch felt the bone and frowned. "Still too skinny," she grumbled. Then one day, the witch got impatient. "Enough waiting," she shrieked. "Get the oven ready." She made Gretel lean in to check the fire. "How do I know if it's hot enough?" asked Gretel. "Like this," shouted the witch, leaning in. And Gretel gave her one big push. Wham! The witch tumbled into the oven. Slam! The door shut tight. The witch was gone. The spell was broken. Hansel and Gretel found a chest full of gold coins and sparkling jewels hidden behind a cupboard. They packed their pockets and ran through the forest, this time following the birds who showed them the way home. When their father saw them, he cried with joy. The stepmother was gone. The cottage was full of laughter again, and they never had to worry about food or wicked witches ever again. They were clever, they were brave, and together, Hansel and Gretel found their way back to happiness.